Okay, good morning, everybody. Um, since I can't see you, Catherine, will you please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Awesome. Okay, thanks. We want to welcome everybody back to school. Those of you who are returning families and new families, welcome to you as well under these crazy circumstances. My name is Wilma Plusinski. I am the Director of Educational Technology here at St. Paul's. And I also have a granddaughter who is entering first grade this year. Is Mrs. Pinkowski on yet? Can you tell?
I don't think so.
Okay. She's going to try to join us. So maybe she'll, just to respect your time, I want to keep moving. So maybe she'll join us at the end. I know she's got a lot going on this morning. So anyway, wanted to welcome you. That's our beautiful patio. It's one of my favorite pictures. So I had to put this in this presentation. And now my presentation doesn't want to go anyplace. There we go. Okay, the agenda for today is to try to help clarify all of these different platforms that we use here at St. Paul's. You know, when you've been doing this for 10 years, with all of these platforms, it's hard to understand how intimidating and overwhelming it can be for new parents or even existing parents when you throw something new into the mix. So we wanted to take some time today to try to clarify what each one, the function of each one of these particular platforms. So let's start with GradeLink. Okay. And just as a reminder, we're going to turn the chat on to receive your questions, but just to respect time for all of us, we won't actually have a live chat session at the end of this, this meeting, but we will look at those and compile a Q&A to answer all the questions. I mean, it's possible we won't know the answers, so we may have to figure those out, but we will do that. And want you to know that we're always available through the help desk here at St. Paul's. The help desk feeds directly to the technology department, and that's where we solve the problems. We try to get back to you as quickly as we can. We ask that you have a little bit of patience during the first week of school because sometimes we get overloaded, but know that we are working on getting the answers to you. And if it has to, if it has to do with a child getting into a class, that would be a priority for us. So just know that. Okay, GradeLink. GradeLink is our student information system, and it's otherwise known as an SIS in the industry. GradeLink is the administrative application for St. Paul's. It's where you enroll your children in school. It's where you re-enroll your children in school every year. It's the app that we use for attendance. Teachers post grades for assignments. And it's also where we generate our trimester report cards. That truly is the function. Uh-huh. Can you not see it? Oh, somebody said they couldn't see my screen. I am sharing my screen. Okay, Mrs. Balf says she sees it. Okay, so sorry if you're not seeing it. We are recording this, so if you're not seeing it, you can always watch the session later if you'd like. Okay, so that's the function of GradeLink. It really is administrative. Parents, you have a login that is unique to your family, and each student has a login unique to them. So on Friday, you should have received an email from us through GradeLink that it may have come from St. Paul the Apostle School. I'm not exactly sure how Sukhman sent it out, but you should have received something with those credentials. So if you don't see them in your email, you might want to check your spam folders to see if it could have fallen in there. You can change your password to one that's easier. The credentials that are, you know, I actually said you can change your username too here, and I'm a little suspect if I'm correct or not on that one, so I'm gonna have to investigate that and I will let you know. But the credentials that are generated are a series of numbers and letters, and they're not very user-friendly at all. So I would suggest if it's something that you want to try to remember, that you go in and change it on your own. And this is what the login looks like to GradeLink. So you go to gradelink.com, and this is the screen that pops up. The St. Paul the Apostle school ID is 1352. That is very important to remember because you won't be able to log in if you don't have that particular number. And then below here, you'll put in the username and the password that were sent to you on Friday in the sheet of paper. Now, if it's a student, it's the same thing. You put your student name in and your student password. And you can always click remember me, but I still found it helpful to change my password to something that was more user-friendly. Once you log into GradeLink, up on the right-hand corner, you're gonna see your name and this little icon here with the little person. You feel free to put your own little picture in there. I don't like looking at myself in the face, so I don't put my picture in. But when you click on this icon, it drops down to My Settings and Logout. So to change your password, you wanna go into My Settings. This screen pops up. You type in your current password, and then you can type in your new password and confirm it. You must use at least 3 of these character types, so make sure you do follow these instructions and use those things. This is a new program I'm using, and my little mouse isn't working so well. It'll come back, he always does. So, okay, now I want you to say goodbye to GradeLink, put it in the corner, you're done with GradeLink, all done. That's the function of GradeLink. It has nothing to do with academics other than checking grades. So now let's move on to the things that do have to do with academics. ClassLink is a program that we implemented last year. We have been waiting for something like this to come along for such a long time. And it is the main portal for accessing all of the applications, or most of the commonly used applications that we use here at St. Paul's. It's a single sign-on application. And what that means is when you first log in to ClassLink, it integrates with the Google sign-in information, credentials, and it brings you to a dashboard screen where when you click on one of the apps within the dashboard screen, which I'll show you in just a minute, it logs you in immediately and you don't have to log in again. So your child is using their Google credentials that came home with them with their devices to log into ClassLink. And from there, if they log in first thing in the morning there, they shouldn't have to put another login for the rest of the day. Now, that being said, there are a few of the icons that are not apps associated with ClassLink, but they're kind of a bookmark that we put in there. It's likely, like with our religion program, Loyola Press, that you may have to include the password again. And again, if that happens, all you have to do is type Google sign in and put in the same password again. And then it should save it and you shouldn't have to do it anymore. Also, that being said, if you log out of ClassLink on that device and you log back in, it should be saved. But if two children are using the same device, which we hope that year doesn't have to happen, if 2 people are using the same device, you would have to log out of one ClassLink to enter the other ClassLink. So iPad users should have this link, this app icon that looks like this. And the MacBook and Chromebooks can log in through the Chrome browser. If you have a younger child, I think it's very helpful to bookmark the icon for your child. I did it for my granddaughter last year, and she was able to just go up into the bookmark link and open it and get in all by herself. And she's in 1st grade. So, like I said, if you can have your child log in first thing in the morning before school starts, they can stay there all day long for all of their classes. So here's a device. This is what the app looks like. You would click here and open that to access everything here. Now this is just a sample of some of the apps that are included. You'll get to know these apps as you use them this year, as your children use them this year. But again, remember that PowerSchool Learning and Seesaw, which we haven't covered yet, are our learning management apps. This is content. BrainPop Junior has a series of videos for kids with little quizzes attached. It's really a fabulous program. This is BrainPop Regular, which is for the upper kids. Nearpod is another application that is very interactive, and some of our middle school teachers use it. STEM Scopes is our science program. And everybody, I believe everybody uses the science program, DK through 8, or 8, at least K through 8. So this is what it would look like. So this is what the student dashboard would look like. And again, you'll get to know some of these. SPA broadcast is actually now, I believe that's where the masses are being kept, daily masses. So we won't have a broadcast team this year, unfortunately, because of the virus, but hopefully we'll bring that back when we do come back to school in person. If you have any questions about any of these apps, just reach out to me. I'm happy to explain them. I am going to talk to you about Typing Club later on in the year when we get going. I think it's something you could do with your children at home to encourage them to type even as young as the little guys. Learning where the keys are on the keyboard is important, not necessarily that their fingers are going to be big enough to reach to type properly, but at least it's something they could practice every day. Okay, Power School Learning. We have had Power School Learning here at St. Paul's for over 10 years, I think. It was formerly called Haiku, and those of us who've been around a long time are having a very hard time changing from Haiku to Power School Learning. So if you hear us slip and say Haiku, just know that it's Power School Learning, and that's about as much help as I can give you on that one. It's a learning management system, and what that is, it's a software package, an application that's really designed for classroom construction. It's a place where you can create, distribute, manage the delivery of all your educational content. And we use PowerSchool to share assignments, content related to the assignments. Students can take assessments and polls and discussions. One of the things that we found in the past is that parents get confused because there is a parent login, which I'll go over in just a minute. In addition to the student login, the students must be logged into their Google accounts in order to access the assignments, to turn in the assignments if there are any, to access the assessments, the polls, and the discussions. If you log in through your parent account, you will not be able to access those things, those features. And again, students access PSL through ClassLink. So a good routine would be in the morning, let's get up, let's get our computer ready, let's log into ClassLink. Now let's go see what's on the agenda for the day. So let's go to Power School Learning. That would be those little steps to get you going for the day. Now, when you log in as a parent, this is a little confusing. You log in over here on the right-hand side. You don't have a St. Paul's Google account. And that's what it's referring to here. If you don't have a Google account, sign in below. The students all have St. Paul's Google accounts. Now, if you're a new parent, I want to reassure you that the email feature on those accounts is not opened until the 5th grade. And even in the 5th grade, 5th through 8th grade, the email function is restricted so that it's only within our sp-apostle.org domain. So they can't access outside emails. You would not be able to email your child through that because it will bounce back to you. So that's just information it's just for security reasons. We don't let the kids have the email until 5th grade. So back to logging in. If you go here, you're going to have a username that's going to be your your last name and the word family. Now, and SPA 2020 is the default password to access. Once you log in with this password, you will be asked to change it to whatever you want it to be. We don't track those. That's totally up to you. You click sign in and you should get that. I'm pretty sure that I went in and defaulted this password to every new family, but please just reach out to the help desk if I didn't. That's an easy thing to fix for you. And I would suggest trying to do this today just so we can take care of it today before school starts tomorrow. Let me see. Oh, and there's no space here between its last name, family. Now, if you have a common last name, Smith, I'm making that up, it could be that your family ID is Smith Family 1 or Smith Family 2. I will be reaching out to those families today to let you know if you are one of those people. But again, if you try it yourself and it doesn't work, just send us a note to the help desk. Okay, now this is where the students log in. They will log in here with their Google credentials. I don't think once they are in I'm trying to think this through. I believe this year you may have to log in again with your Google credentials after you get into ClassLink. And the reason is this was populated manually this year and not through ClassLink. That probably doesn't make any sense. So don't be surprised if you do have to put the Google password and username in for your child again here. Okay, now once you're in, this is your portal page. This is what it looks like. So over here, it's going to say welcome family or student. I just blocked this out for a little security for the child. This is a child's actual page. So I asked the first grade teachers if I could model theirs, and they said that was fine. So here are the classes that this child is enrolled in this column right here. If you have multiple children, this column could go way down here because all of the classes that your children are in will be here. Now, what's nice about this feature over here is this is this is one child in a family. This family has 4 children. So there's a little arrow that appears in their portal. If you click on that arrow, you see the word me, that's the family, and that's when you're going to see every single class populated here. If this is child number 1, this is child number 2, child number 3, and child number 4. So if child number 1 you click on, then you're only going to see the classes related to that child. Child number 2, the same thing. So this makes it a little easier for people who have multiple children to sort of manage what's going on. We have a family who at one point had 6 children enrolled in our school, and I cannot imagine looking at this and seeing 6 different grade level classes down here. It'd be kind of crazy. So you'll have a calendar here. You see some of the dates are highlighted on the calendar. If you look here, that means that something has been input that is an assignment, an announcement, or something for that day. Now, here, the good news is, here is the little list for the next week. So on Tuesday, the 25th, you see here, there is something highlighted. There's a language arts assignment due. On the 26th, there's a photo for the class book due. When the teachers input assignments that you will see here on the first grade page, they filter to this front portal page. Now, sometimes that can be a little deceiving. Parents will look here and go, oh, there's no homework. I would always suggest that you go in here in case something has not been, we're all human, in case something has not been properly placed on the first grade page, because there are specific kinds of content blocks that you have to use to allow it to aggregate and filter. Over here, this is the prime real estate. This is where only announcements probably that relate to the whole school will be put. I will put links to the school website and the parish website here. We always have those here. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I think that's about it about the portal page. So let's actually go on to the first grade page now. This is what the first grade main page looks like. We have structured it for parents, and we've streamlined it even more this year to try to help you, because it's so overwhelming trying to teach a child from home. I can vouch for that because I helped do it last year and try to work full time as well. So I'm in a lot of the same shoes that you guys are filling right now. Announcements related to the first grade would go here. Every teacher that teaches the first grade will share this page. Each day has its own little block. So here's Tuesday, August 25th for first grade. And then the teachers will give instructions of what they want the students to have ready for the day. Now, this is probably going to look a little different than the weeks after, because the weeks after they'll probably have language arts, math, all the different subjects listed here. Coach Keith is here tomorrow, but clearly he doesn't have anything assigned, so just show up for PE and that's it. These little orange, the orange PDFs, here's another PDF, those are downloadable files that the teacher has put there. So for example, if you can't find this particular packet in the stuff we sent home, just download it right here. At the bottom of the page, you will see that this teacher is asking for an assignment to be shared on PSL. Sometimes they will ask this. It depends on the kind of assignment that you're talking about. So in this case, she said submit first day picture here. So before I go to that and show you how to do that, I want to go over to the side column here. The Zoom schedules for every grade level is at the top of the page here. The Zoom links for the teachers are listed here. The class link is listed here. And Ms. Newton and Ms. Morgan and Mrs. Charles have their emails here to make it easy for you to reach out to them if you need to. And at the bottom of this page, it truncated. At the bottom of this page, they had some other resources. So they might have other websites they might want the kids to go to, just other kinds of things that they may use during the year. Now, you see over here that Senora Shami has a page. She does have a page. She will list her assignments here, and then she will link to this page. What she has here right now, and I should have put it in and I didn't do a screenshot of it, is just her syllabus for first grade for the whole year. So rather than try to put that in this block here and fill it all up, she's just going to have a link in here saying, go to my page to see the syllabus, and link it back to her page. And the other teachers may do the same thing. They're trying to simplify this as much as possible for parents. So now let's look at how to submit an assignment on PSL. So first of all, you would click here where it's orange, and after you click, it's going to take you to this box. It's very simple to do. So this was, you click on hand in. When you click hand, you can also view the work that you've submitted here, but just for the purposes of submitting assignments, you click hand in. This pops up, hand in assignment, and you can write a message to your teacher if you want to. You can choose the file. This is actually asking for a picture. If you have the picture on your desktop, you can just drag the file here. The key thing here is to hand it in. If you do not click hand in, it will not submit. And then after you do click hand in, you get another little file that says your assignment has been submitted. So, okay. The next thing about PSL that's always confusing is every day at 4 o'clock, the teachers who have posted any changes on their assignments, the system aggregates all of that information and sends out that information to parents in a notification. You have to do some homework though. You have to set up the notification for yourself. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Up in the right-hand corner, you have this little icon. Again, you can more than welcome to put your lovely picture in. I choose not to. And then this pops up and you have my information and notifications. So you want to click on notifications. So this is the notifications page. You can read through these and decide how you would like to receive. Some people don't want to receive the notifications. I find them kind of a bother because they just clog up my text message. Some people love them. So, but I'm in the habit of checking PSL every day. So these are your choice. And over here you can select, I want a daily email, that's all I want. I want an instant email, and I've got to go right now in a text message, what's going on. We do not use the inbox on PSL for communication with parents. It just is a little cumbersome, and the teachers all prefer to have everything go through their Gmail accounts, their SP-Apostle accounts. So know that this function has been turned off. Now, the key to this is you cannot receive any of this until you go up here and provide your email address, your personal email address where you would want these daily notifications to come to, and your mobile phone. When you put in your mobile phone, you have to add it. If you click add, it goes to a screen where you put in your phone and you have to choose your provider, which is why we can't populate that for you, but it's just a few clicks. And then you can, and if you're not getting those notifications at 4 p.m. after you've signed up and you want them, please reach out to the help desk so I can investigate and find out what's going on. Okay, we use PSL in all grade levels, DK through 8. That's the place where people start for their morning assignments. I just want to clarify that because this was a big issue last year, that if you're having issues accessing a poll or an assignment, just check that you're logged in as the student and not as yourself.
Okay, darling.
Okay, Seesaw. When we began distance learning last year, decided to adopt Seesaw as it's an online portfolio for students, but it was an easy way for parents to help their children return work in the lower grades to the teachers. So Seesaw is being used by DK through 8. It's primarily being used DK through 5 for turning in for assignments that are created by the teachers and asked to be completed within Seesaw. The art teacher is going to use it for all of her grade levels because she finds it to be a good platform for receiving the art pieces. We know 6th grade through 8th grade is probably going to go Seesaw, but that's okay. They'll get over it. So teachers can create assignments in Seesaw, and it also has pre-built activities that are quite good that they may assign. These assignments you would first see as an assignment in PowerSchool. So it would say, please go to Seesaw and complete this activity. So I'm hoping I'm making this clear. You start with ClassLink, then you go to PSL, and you may or may not go to Seesaw for the day, depending on if the teacher has created something in Seesaw for the child to do. Some of the activities do require scanning. We're hoping to eliminate that as much as we can this year, but last year, if a parent, here, I'm just gonna pick up a piece of paper. Sometimes you would try to take a picture with your camera and the picture would be like this, and the math teachers were trying to read it, and it was very difficult to read. I found an app called Adobe Scan that I used. I know there are a lot of them out there. This is a free scanning tool that I used with my iPhone. And what I like about it is that two things. First of all, when I'm scanning a page, I hold it up and it has little handles, so it actually detects the edges of the page, and then it just takes the picture. The thing that's nice also is that you can take several pictures and then send one document to the teacher. Instead of, say you're doing a math assignment, you have to scan, send, scan, send. You scan all 4 pages, create it into a PDF, and then upload that to the teacher. I didn't include any training about that in here. If anybody is, would like to use it or a scanner like that, you can reach out to the tech department. We'd be happy to help you. But you need to please make sure that the scans can be read. I know it's frustrating on both sides, but it's so frustrating for teachers when they're trying to help a child and can't read what the assignment is. And you hate to go back to the parent and say, please try it again, because we know you guys are very busy. Okay. Now, this is what the inside, oops, I forgot. Well, I hope Dylan's parents will forgive me. These are his classes. I tried to block out this student's name. I missed it once. Anyway, your child's name will be here when you go into Seesaw, and you will actually default into the journal. There are 3 different pieces to Seesaw. It defaults to the first class in alphabetical order. So that's the art class. The child's name is here, the child's name is here, the child's name is here. And to access all of the classes, you want to go up here where it says student 8 classes, click on this, and you get a drop-down menu that looks like this. So this drop-down menu has the teachers that teach the class, and this is where you would go if you had a religion assignment, for example. You'd click on religion, and then Mrs. Slapnica would give you specific instructions about what to do for that particular activity. You see activities here and inbox. Okay. The journal is actually where you're going to see the work that's been uploaded to Seesaw. The assignments and activities will all appear under here, activities. And the inbox is a communication tool that the teacher might use to say, great job, why don't you try problem number 3 again and resubmit it, whatever the notification would be for the student. The thing that's nice about this is that about Seesaw, is they can actually dictate notices to the kids. And that's kind of fun. That was kind of fun last year when you heard your teacher actually say, oh, you did such a great job, when you're sitting at home, wondering what the rest of the world was doing. So that is Seesaw.
Which one?
Please send all technology help requests to the help desk at sp-apostle.org and not your teacher. They are just like you, inundated, trying to make this the best year possible for your child. They've come up with some amazing ideas and starters for the first day. I'm excited about first grade, for example. I want to go back to first grade. So I think that the less of this kind of stress you put on them, the better. If you're not sure who to send it to the help desk and we will help get it to the right person. So I hope this has helped some of your, answer some of your questions. I know it's a lot to take in, and if you, again, need any more help, just reach out. My address is, well, I should have put it here. It's W. Plusinski, Wilma Plusinski at sp-apostle.org. And I'm going to turn it over now to Mrs. Belf, Dorothy Belf, who was instrumental in getting the new reading program up and running. And then I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Oliver, and she's going to share her screen and go over a library update. And then I'd like to introduce our new Director of Technology, Mike Doyle. And if Crystal is on, I think she wanted to share a few words. I'm not sure if she was able to make it or not. If not, I don't know if Sue wants to, but we will just move forward. So Dorothy, I will stop sharing. No, I have to share my screen. You're going to just talk.
Thank you, Wilma. Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's great to be on here. And a lot of you might know me as the former kindergarten teacher. I taught kindergarten here for quite a number of years, and my role as of the past few years has been the learning support specialist for students K through 4. And so I am really excited to let you know a little bit about
Dorothy, we can't hear you.
Oh,
I can't hear
I'm
you.
on mute. I'm unmuted.
You can't. Okay.
Okay, everyone hear me? Can you hear me? Great. Okay, good. And so I'm excited to share just a little bit of information about our reading program. I don't want to overwhelm everybody, but I wanted to show you because it is on our ClassLink dashboard. And when we first started researching programs, it was before we were in the classroom still. We were able to work in small groups, and we realized that this program, and it's called Houghton Mifflin Into Reading. We realized that it has the hard copies, but it also has a full digital component. And that was almost like an afterthought for us at the time, you know, but we've realized subsequently now that we're doing distance learning, that it's such a powerful tool for us to use. And we're so thankful to have it. So we're excited, and we hope the students will enjoy it as well. Mrs. P, could you go back one slide quickly? I just want to show on the dashboard, back to the original, back to the, thank you. One more? Yeah, up, and then go, sorry, forward one more. Great. Could you show everybody with your cursor where the reading app is? There it is, yeah. And as I said, it's called Into Reading. And so your child will click on that, and then it'll take them to their dashboard, their personal dashboard. There are 4 tabs at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And ultimately, at some stage, the teachers will start using all of the technology, but right now, they're definitely not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing a lot of screen sharing, just getting to know the students. So honestly, for the first week, 10 days, please don't worry about logging into this, because the teachers have it all covered. We don't want to overwhelm you. We just want you to get to know ClassLink and GradeLink and all those things first. And then slowly but surely, we'll start introducing more of the technology in the program. But you are welcome to go in and have a look at it, explore it, and see what it has to offer, because it really does have a lot to offer. As I said, there are 4 tabs at the top. The most important one for you would be the Discover tab right now. And as you can see, when you see the Discover tab there are different modules. So the teachers will all be starting on module 1. And this is a first grade module. And Mrs. P, oh, and it says, welcome Christelle, which is a model student. We don't have Christelle at the school. This is just like the generic student view. Mrs. P, could you move on to the next screen? Thank you. On that same page, on that same Discover page, if you scroll down, you will see all these resources. Now, the resources are available in hard copy, but they're also available digitally 100%, which is so wonderful. Your children will have received a hard copy of my book, which is the top resource there. If they click on it, they will see the same thing online. And then there are, in this program, there's leveled readers. There are readers that link so nicely to the phonics lesson they're going to be doing, or the phonemic awareness lesson, phonics lesson that they're doing. Their read alouds, their decodables, all sorts of, there's a lot of reading material for the teachers to use, and little videos. So anyway, in the next while, you will get to explore all these resources that are available. But right now, any work that's going to be available for you any work that your student needs to do, that your child needs to do, will be posted to PSL. And so I don't want you to feel like you have to get into this and start working in it, because it's not necessary. I wanted to make sure I've told you that it's going to be posted in PSL. And yeah, the teachers just want to get to know the students first, and then we'll start going into more depth here. The great thing is, Mrs. P, can you move on one more slide? Thank you. For a lot of the readers, there is the audio available as well. So if your child chooses to listen to the audio, they just click play audio at the top there. You can see where it says play audio, and they can read along and listen as it's being played. And really, I think that is the main thing, just the overview of the program, very, very brief overview. And we're very excited to be using this. It's a comprehensive, cohesive K-5 program. And I think it's exciting, and I hope the students enjoy it as well. Thank you.
Okay, I'm thinking one of the things that I forgot to mention, I'm so used to trying to lay this out for the little guys. The middle school kids are pretty self-sufficient. They will be turning their homework in strictly on PSL, just an FYI. They will not be using Seesaw except for the art piece. So I'm going to now turn this over, stop sharing my screen, and let Catherine Oliver take over.
Good morning, everyone. I love hearing Mrs. Balf's voice. It always calms me down. It was good to have before I begin. So I'm going to show you a new option this year. We thought it would be wonderful for you to have access to library books instead of spending all your money on Amazon books. So I'm going to be offering curbside pickup for the students from 2:30 to 3, Monday through Thursday. And I want to teach you how to access the library management system. It used to be called Destiny Quest. Now it's called Destiny Discover. Your children will probably notice that it looks a little bit different, but the features are pretty much the same. So I'm showing you now my PowerSchool Learning page. So all of the links that you need are on that page. You can use Destiny Discover as a guest, so you don't have to be logged in to ClassLink to just do a little search. So this is what it looks like. I made a little video here too, in case you forget anything, it's right here to teach you what to do. So you'll notice that I'm not logged in as anyone right now. You can still search though. So if you're a parent and you wanted to see if I had a book, you could search. One of the most popular topics in the library among our youngsters is puppies. So I'm going to use puppies as an example. So let's say you wanted to see what I had in the library about puppies. Here are all my wonderful books on puppies, and you can tell that they're in because they say in. This one is checked out already. Now, if you wanted to check out one of these books, you won't be able to do that unless you are logged in. If you wanted to do research on puppies and not log in, you could go over to this tab here and click websites. And this is a service we pay for, and it's a really great place to do research, and you would get lots of wonderful vetted websites about puppies. lots of .orgs and .edus instead of .coms, which we know is commercial, and we try to discourage the students from using those kinds of websites. Because obviously, if you searched for puppies on Google, you would get lots of places to buy things. So if you wanted to check out a book, though, this is where it gets a little confusing, and we are aware of that, and we're working on it. You could log into ClassLink. So I'm going to go back. I did put the link to ClassLink right here. And because it's a new interface, it really hasn't meshed yet with ClassLink. So there's a little bit of a workaround. So everybody pay very close attention. You're going to sign in with Google with your ClassLink. And this is what the icon looks like, Destiny Discover. And it's going to take you to a very unfriendly page. This is sort of the back office of the library. And then you're going to have to use your Google, your child's Google credentials to log in again. And then this is where it's really no fun. You go to Catalog and find Destiny Discover. So it's a little bit wonky. Hopefully we'll get that fixed shortly. And now you'll notice I'm logged in as myself. Your children will probably figure out right away how to change. They can add emojis and pictures. They'll probably figure that out right away, probably before you can figure it out. They're so good, right? So now if you wanted to check out a book about puppies, you could. Whoops. Let me try this. Here it is. Here you could put a hold on it. Here we go. Now it says it's held for you. Now, this is what I want to say. Just because you put a hold on it, I'm going to tell the students that, it doesn't mean it's immediately ready. I will have to pull it from the shelf. I will put it in a lovely little bag with a tag and have it ready to go. And you will know that because I will email you and tell you the book is ready. And I will wait outside for you between 2:30 and 3, Monday through Thursday, for you to drive by and pick it up, or return books if you need to return books. So in terms of safety, I will keep the books in a little book jail for 3 days. Once they're returned, I will sanitize the outsides when possible with some Clorox wipes. And I think that will take care of any worries about transmitting the virus. So I think that's it. Do you want to take it back, Wilma?
Okay. So, Mike, where are you? I want to introduce to you quickly Mike Doyle. And I'll let Mike say a few words if he'd like to.
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
There he is.
Well, my name is Mike Doyle. I'm very excited to be the new Director of Technology here at St. Paul. Just want to let you all know that we've been working very hard all summer long to try to get all the teachers and the students set up for distance learning and eventually hybrid learning once all the kids come back. So if you have any issues or if you have any questions, please email the help desk. Help desk is the best because it goes to the whole tech team. That way we can sort of, it'll basically get you the help the quickest. Instead of going to one person, it's going to like 5 or 6 people. So that's about it. I'm really excited to be here. Wilma?
Thanks, Mike. We're happy to have you. I'm sorry, yes?
Sue, I have a little prayer to close whenever you're ready to.
Wonderful. It's up to you, Sue. It's to you.
I'm so happy to see all of you, especially welcoming all of our new families, whether you're a DK family or a kindergarten new family or all the way up through 8th grade. We're glad you could be here. I have a little prayer, but before I have to give a shout out to a fellow grandparent, Vince Carticello. I see you online here. I saw your face. I'm sending you great wishes. We're so happy to have your grandchild here with us. Father God, you have created so many gifts in this world. Help us to be grateful for all of those gifts. Daily, give me wisdom to know how to love my children, even in the tough moments. Give me patience to deal with the unexpected situations. Fill my heart with joyful thoughts and memories of my child each day. Bless each child. Let them feel our love and attention. Protect their innocence. Show us how to be their steady and dependable guide. Thank you for the sweetness and the goodness of all children. Thank you for calling me, us, to the task of teaching these little ones and honoring us with this precious responsibility. In Jesus' name, we are a team together, parents and school. We're here to help. God bless us all. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Sue. Okay, well, that's all we have for you this morning. So we will get through this together, and let's just work as a team, and it's all going to be interesting. There's hardly a word to describe what we're facing, but we will manage. So I see some questions in the chat that I can't answer, so I'm going to get information for you, and we will reach out and put that Q&A together so that we can send it out to all families so that everybody has the same information. So thank you so much for taking the time to come and join us this morning. We are thrilled that we had so many people jump on, because this is really important to help your child. So thank you. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.